Have you ever been on like a church retreat or mission trip and sort of had this mountaintop spiritual experience? Like you probably broke down in tears. Jesus saved your life. It was the most incredible experience you've ever had. If you've had this experience, then you've probably also had a spiritual valley. For me, it always came the next week at school, right? When you realize that not everybody's talking about Jesus at your school. I went to an enormous public school, and for me, every time we came back from a retreat, I sort of ran into a wall. I hit this wall where nobody at school was really on the same level that I was at as far as the spiritual high. And so I always hit this valley. I'll just get upset and confused about why I can't keep all of this spiritual energy in me and why I'm wavering from this newfound devotion to Jesus. And it seems like every time I would hit this, and I was sort of contemplating this idea, and I remembered the story of the Transfiguration, right? Jesus goes up on this mountain. It's this crazy, amazing spiritual encounter. What's important to understand here is that when Jesus comes down, he doesn't hit the same kind of low that I always seemed to hit, right? Jesus goes about his ministry. He goes about everything. In fact, with a new fire and a new sort of burst of energy. The other thing that I think about is when Jesus is in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he sort of almost breaks down about what his call on earth is, right? He's called to come and die for our sins, which is scary, but that's Jesus' purpose on earth. So the challenge that comes from this is twofold. First of all, when you're on that spiritual mountaintop, don't let yourself go into the valley, right? And that seems impossible, and maybe it is, I don't know, but that's challenge number one. Challenge number two is simply this: if and when you hit one of those spiritual valleys, learn from it, grow from it, just like Jesus came out of the Garden of Gethsemane and was not discouraged, but he was encouraged to continue with his calling and to go to the cross and to die for our sins and be resurrected.